Oh, hi there. Who am I talking to? So I am talking to Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Hope you guys are really well. It's really been a trying time, hasn't it, for everyone? And so I'm doing a weekly reading, guys, this week. The 30th through to the 4th of April. So 30th of March through to the 4th of April. But I just wanted to do it in a bit of a different way. I really just want to sort of channel messages from the universe and what messages the universe has for each of the signs at the moment. You know, something, I mean, obviously it's a general reading, so it's not going to refer to all of you, but it's just something that will help, you know, if some of you are feeling kind of anxious at the moment or whatever the case might be. It's just something that can kind of, you know, it's just a message that can help people, basically, okay? In this kind of tricky time. So for the reading, we're using the This Might Hurt Tarot. No pun intended or anything with that deck. It's just a really, really lovely deck, and I really enjoy using it. So we're going to use this for the main message. And spiritual advice, we can use the Psychic Tarot of the Heart Oracle deck by John Holland. And if you need any clarifiers, I'm using my trimmed Thelema deck. Okay. Here. Okay. So let's have a look at what we can see. Okay, guys, we've got our cards down. Let's have a look at what the message is, Sagittarius, for you guys this week from Spirit this week. Let's have a look. Right, that showed up for another sign, the King of Cups. The King of Cups is all about weathering the storm, and I really, as I've said, wanted to do a reading that kind of reflected a message, because there's a lot of people out there that are very anxious and very worried about this thing, myself included, because it's, you know, it's highly contagious, and you've just got to be really, really careful. Sometimes I overdo things with the disinfecting, and, you know, if I get packages in, you know, using plastic gloves all the time. I never touch packages at all, and just being that ultra, you know, doubly careful on stuff. So, you know, the King of Cups in line with this reading is probably about weathering the storm, because the King of Cups is weathering. You see, these are the emotions here with the King of Cups. So the King of Cups can mean several things. It means to be in control of one's emotions, but it can also mean that if you are dealing in anything difficult, it's all about kind of keeping your head above water and weathering the storm. King of Cups energy showing here. Now, yeah, I mean, the Five of Coins is the illness card, basically. So if you get a Five of Coins, it's about an illness. So I think the advice this week and the message is that you guys can weather the storm through this illness with the Five of Coins energy, okay? You can weather this storm, okay? And I think that also you can weather this storm, Sagittarius, by asking for help, because the Five of Coins is also a card about support. Now, you can see that this person here, they're not very well. They're out in the cold, and they're asking for help. And there are people that will help, because this person's walking towards this one here. So I feel that you know, the way that we weather the storm as well is by helping people, as well as asking for help if we need it, with the Five of Coins energy showing, especially financial. And help will be given, because you've got the Six of Coins here after that five, all right? So focus on weathering the storm. This week is about weathering the storm with the Five of Coins energy, sorry, with the King of Coins, King of Cups energy, all right? Some of you guys might be experiencing financial hardship, but you will receive help and support during that. So if you are experiencing anything like financial hardship within the Five of Coins, there are supportive networks out there that can offer you the help that you seek with the Six of Coins. So seek those things out. The Four of Wands energy here. So the Four of Wands is all about the home, the family, the happiness, the joy, with the Four of Wands energy showing here. You've got the King of Coins. I feel with the King of Coins energy showing here that, I mean, you've got 3 coin cards. So the reading, Sagittarius, will be alluding in some part definitely towards money, because these are financial cards. But the King of Coins is also somebody who is very comfortable as well. So some of you guys enjoy time being comfortable in the home as well. I think it's saying 2 things really. Number one, the King of Cups showing here. And also I noticed that you've got 2 kings in the reading. So kings in a reading usually mean people who have knowledge. So these are people in places of authority, people who have great knowledge, people who have great awareness. So there is a time this week, I think, for some of you guys if you're going through financial hardship here, seek the knowledge of people who can actually help with the Six of Coins, because, you know, you're going to get over this time. If you're going through financial hardship, you're going to get over it with that King of Cups energy, because there is help and support, financial aid, financial help, financial support out there, okay? That is going to make your life more comfortable within the home as well. The other thing to say is focus on kind of getting comfortable being at home as well, because some of you guys, it may feel like you're a fish out of water. If you look here, it's got the fishes out of water as well. So some of you guys, Sagittarians, may be feeling like your fish is out of water because you're so used to going outside of the home to work, and now it's a complete change in which you're having to work at home. So I feel that, again, if you are feeling kind of if you're feeling, because this is the card about feeling like the outsider. So if we turn the word the outsider around as well, it means that you're not used to something. Okay, when you're an outsider, you're not in it, you're not used to it. So you're feeling like out of your comfort zone. So some of you guys, if you're feeling like you're out of your comfort zone with the Five of Coins energy, again, there's a need to seek help, just so it makes you feel more comfortable in terms of working in the home, that type of thing. But certainly I think the main priority of this reading is dealing with people who feel financially, you know, financial hardship here. You can receive support through this financial hardship if you're going through anything like that. There's also a need this week to focus on the King of Coins energy and the Four of Wands, kind of just securing your home, making sure that your home's comfortable, making sure that it's clean. See, the whole point of this week is about weathering the storm. So, you know, in terms of what's been happening in the world right now, how do we make sure that we're more comfortable, that we're comfortable during this time? Because it is a very, very scary time. It really is. It's a very, very, very scary time. And when I find myself, I've got family coming with my shopping today. They said that they'd go and do my shopping for me because I don't drive. And it's you know, getting on public transport, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get into any taxis or anything like that. They usually come up to my apartment, and if they have to deliver anything, they just leave it outside the door, because we're not allowed to see our families either. If I don't live in the home with my family, then I'm not allowed to see them, and I'm not allowed to go anywhere near them. So they're just wonderful. My twin sister and her partner, my brother-in-law and my niece, they're incredible. They do my shopping, and they'll deliver it up to the door, and they'll knock on it, and then they'll go. You know, I put obviously money in their account, so they buy my shopping for me, but they deliver it to my home. They were a wonderful bunch of people. Just I don't know what I'd do without them. But this is what I'm talking about, weathering the storm. So whether this is for some of you guys a financial storm that you're going through because of the situation, there is help and support out there. There really is. You might even be able to receive help and support from your bank manager, the King of Coins energy, or somebody who's able to advise you financially. Especially, this could be somebody who is the mortgage advisor, because the house and the King of Coins can be the mortgage advisor. So in terms of weathering the storm, it's about weathering, it's about getting through things. That's what the King of Cups is doing. It's about getting through stuff this week. So in order to get through what we're getting through, you know, if it's financial problems you're going through, if it's illness you're going through, there is support out there. There is support that you can go. There are support services out there, okay, that you can go to make you more comfortable as well. Let's have a look at the next one. Well, a lot of these, the Eight of Swords seems to show up a hell of a lot for, you know, for the signs. We're getting the Eight of Swords showing up, you know, so many times. So many times with the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords often indicates negative thoughts, fear, frustration, powerlessness, the feeling of powerlessness with the Eight of Swords energy showing here. Let's have a look at the next one. Well, this will be rectified with the Justice, all right? Because the Justice, when that card shows up, it comes in and it balances everything around it out. So some of you guys are feeling powerless. This is going to balance out. So this is going to dissipate. The feeling of powerlessness is going to actually dissipate within the Justice energy showing here. Now remember, the Eight of Swords is all about your negative thoughts as well. So when you get this card, it's about negative thinking. But this is balance, bringing balance back to negative thinking. So this week is a week for bringing balance back to the negative thinking some of you guys might be enduring at the moment, showing here. Eight of Cups energy, by being, this is a card that indicates not just walking away, but going on a new journey. It's a journey, it's seeking something when you get an Eight of Cups energy showing here. Now this is about releasing the Three of Swords energy showing here, because you can see he's walking away from that Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is going to be released with that Eight of Cups energy showing there. Eight of Wands, advancement. So we're getting the moving away cards. All right, and you can see actually, look at this stampede towards that Three of Swords. Can you see? Look, they're all moving towards it. It's like this area here is under attack by the Eight of Wands. So it's an interesting look at the pictures. How interesting are they when they're shown? Now you've got 3 8s in the reading. You've got an 8 of wands, an 8 of cups, and an 8 of wands. So this week the focus needs to be on advancing yourself going forward. It means it's a week that you need to focus on forward movement, advancement and forward movement, because you've got the 3 8s. 3 8s, multiple 8s mean advancement and movement. Okay, now obviously we can't do much physical movement because we're all kind of on lockdown. But where can you advance yourself this week? You know, is there anything that you want to learn online? Is there anything that you want to improve on? Because 8s mean improvement and movement and advancement. So this is a week with those 3 8s on advancing yourself. You want to kind of fight this 3 of swords. That's what you want to get. That's what you want to do, because you're fighting. See, the 8 of wands is attacking this. It's almost like all the animals have come together and said, right, we're going to fight this. We're going to fight this. And then also, interestingly enough, I've just thought about it too, Sagittarius. Look at the swan. Is it a swan, a bird? It's a wounded bird. That's who you are at the moment, some of you guys. You're the wounded bird. But can you see what these people are doing, what the animals are doing here? They're coming to the aid of the wounded bird. It's just reminded me of that here we are, Sagittarius, the wounded bird. But you've got lots of kind of information coming to the aid of you. You've got lots of energy, lots of animals, lots of things coming to aid you, coming to support you, coming to try and help. Because if you think about it, the animal that's pierced here, it's an animal. So it's not a heart, it's an animal. Okay, the animal's heart obviously has been pierced. It's dead, unfortunately. It's gravely wounded, which is what the 3 of swords is. It's a grave wound. So we've got, basically, I think the animal suggests this, I don't know what it is it a stork or something like that? But we've got this bird being wounded. So you're the wounded bird. This is who I think that the universe is depicting you as at the moment, Sagittarius, for some of you guys. You're feeling like the wounded bird, all right, showing here. But I feel that this energy here, some of you guys have been feeling kind of frustrated with that 8 of swords. Feeling quite powerless. Again, I'm using that word powerless because a lot of you guys are feeling powerless. Powerless against the illness of the 5 of coins. So you're feeling powerless against this illness, some of you guys are. Even though we're doing our best to fight it, you know, the powerlessness against the illness is simply about kind of having the freedoms that we're used to being taken away from us, which is fair enough because it's to preserve life and to alleviate any pressure on our, you know, on our different kind of health systems in different countries. So some of you guys are feeling powerless against the illness of the 5 of coins energy, but this powerlessness can be rectified, okay, if we just weather the storm with the King of Cups energy. So in this quadrant of cards, we'll do that again. It's saying, look, there you guys are. We start here and we say, some of you guys feel like the wounded bird because also justice is your rights. So some of you guys feeling wounded because some of your kind of, you know, human rights, you know, the human right to go out and just, as long as you're not harming anyone, to go out and live your life. Well, with the 8 of swords, it's being taken away, actually, with the 8 of cups. So your human rights with the justice card are being taken away with the 8 of cups because it's leaving justice. So some of you guys feeling wounded because your human rights with the justice energy are being taken away with the 8 of cups. And therefore, you're feeling powerless against this illness showing here. So powerless against the illness. Feeling like the wounded animal Sagittarius is. Because it's feeling powerless to fight this illness, okay? Human rights, justice are being taken away with the 8 of cups. But this negative way of thinking can be rectified, okay? If we simply, with this King of Cups energy, choose to weather this storm, okay? If you are going through a time of financial difficulty or obviously illness or anything like that, ask for help with the 6 of coins. If it's anything to do with your mortgage, your rent, how you're going to pay this, that and the other, you can always go to a King of Coins. This is somebody who may work in the financial system, somebody who will work with mortgages, somebody who works with, you know, if you've got loans or anything like that. Talk to them, communicate 8 of Wands energy with people who can help, people in authority, people who have the knowledge to help restore balance into your world for the time being, showing here, all right? Also, if you're finding it difficult, if you're feeling like a bit of a fish out of water, okay? Because, you know, you're feeling kind of like you're not used to kind of doing things the way that they're being done now. Again, ask for the help, ask for support if it's regarding becoming more comfortable in your environment, in the home, or wherever it is. But this is a week for asking for help, because this week, I think there's a couple of things that the universe is saying to you, Sagittarius. Number one, as we've mentioned, you're feeling like the wounded bird, because not only are you feeling powerless against this, against this illness, and also feeling powerless to control, King of Cups, the illness, okay? But also feeling powerless because your human rights are being taken away from you with the Eight of Cups. Well, in order to rectify this way of thinking with the Eight of Swords, we need to try and take the power back. So we need to try and control this emotion by asking for help in times of need, with the Five of Coins energy showing here, okay? This wounded bird feeling right now with the Eight of Wands energy will be released, because the universe is fighting to release you from this at the same time. So you're getting, you know, can you see how it's all rushing? And they're all of the same ilk. They're all animals. So it's talking about us as being basic animals. Basically, when it comes to it, we're just animals at the end of the day. And we can either fight against each other or we fight for each other. Now, what we're seeing now is that we're fighting together, because we've got the animals here of the forest rushing to the aid of the wounded animal here, which is us. That's us, and that's our, you know, that's who you are, Sagittarius. And that's the human race rushing to help you. These are the people around you who can help you. These are the information portals that you can go to for support that can help you release you from this energy here. All right, so this is a week for asking for support. Some of you guys are going through mental difficulty. Some of you guys are going through financial difficulty. You know, some of you guys are going through, you know, the corona thing, unfortunately. You know, there's plenty of resources and help out there to help you to try and get through this time. Okay, that's what I'm seeing in the reading. Let's have a look at what the spiritual advice is for Sagittarius this week. What's the spiritual advice for Sagittarius this week through the John Holland Oracle of the Tarot of the Oracle deck? Sorry, Psychic Tarot of the Heart deck. What is the spiritual advice you have for Sagittarius in 2 cards? It's telling you to strengthen your bonds. Okay, is going to bring new life. So strengthening bonds is going to bring new life, and that makes a lot of sense. So online communities, for example, strengthening bonds with people online, so family members. And a lot of the readings, what's been coming out in these readings is the need to strengthen the bonds with people that you probably haven't spoken to in a while. You know, I've just had one of my nephews contact me that I haven't spoken to in a long time, just asking, Auntie Carol, are you okay? That type of thing. We just had a little chat on, you know, via text. You know, speaking to another one of my nephews last week, we did a 3-way messenger thing where me, my twin sister, and my nephew, my beautiful nephew from Birmingham, all had a laugh and a joke. He was walking along the park for some fresh air because he now has to work from home and he needs to kind of free his mind up. And then my twin was working from her house because she works for a big university, so they all have to work from home. And obviously I run my own business, so we're all just having a chat and a laugh about things. And then yesterday again on the family chat yesterday, and it was marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. So it's time to strengthen bonds, because through strengthening bonds with other people, whether it be your family or friends, yeah, we're doing the social distancing thing, and a lot of you guys are kind of like, oh man, I'm not coping with that, you know, I'm not coping. I hate that my basic human rights with justice have been taken away with the Eight of Cups. I'm feeling like the wounded bird, 3 of Swords energy. But we have, if you look here, the Eight of Wands, and that's where your strengthening bonds is. It's in this Eight of Wands. We've got the same animals, because we're all animals. So we've got all of these animals rushing to your rescue. Also, all of the information rushing to your rescue that will help you release this energy showing here. So take advantage of it. Take support, take advantage of all of the information that is available right now. Take advantage of all of the support that you can get. Take advantage of all of the technology that we have that allows us to connect with others. If this had been back in, I don't know, the 1950s or 60s, it would have been 10 times more difficult. You'd have had the phone, but that would have been it. Do you see where I'm coming from? So now we can kind of, you can be on a phone call, you can be on a 10-way phone call or 10-way messenger meeting with family. You can all kind of join the chat, everything. It's just about strengthening those bonds with that. And I think we've got 2 aces here, actually. I think this is the Ace of Wands. I'm not sure which one this is. I think that might be the Ace of Wands. I'm not sure what ace that is, though, in the red. I'm not sure, because the colours are coded for... We've got 2 aces here anyway, I think, because they're both numbered number 1. So, I think that... No, that's an 8 of Cups, actually, funnily enough. I think that's the 8 of Cups, because it's in I think the reddish kind of ones are... No, it's Wands. That's the Ace of Wands. Is that the Ace of Wands? I think it's the Ace of Wands, that one is. That must be the Ace of Cups then. New vitality, new life. I got that wrong. So you got an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Cups showing here. Okay, I think that's the Ace of Cups, the ones in purple. I get confused as to which cards are which, actually, on here. Let me have a look at one of the other cup cards, actually. The other purple cards, to see if it will give me a clue what that is. Right, I don't know exactly what that is. I know that they're 2 aces anyway. I probably should look in the booklet, to be honest. I'm not very fond of looking in booklets. Pretty sure... Because the dedicated effort is the... No, that's not the Ace of Wands. Dedicated effort. No, that's Pentacles. Of course. Ace of Coins. That's your Ace of Coins. And I think that is the Ace of Wands. I think that purple one's the Ace of Wands. I'm just going to have a quick look. I don't want to give you guys any wrong information on what they are. Hang on. So we've got a purple one coming up here. Success and growth. The 8 of Wands, this one is. Growth is 8 of Wands. Yeah, that's the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. So strengthening those bonds there is going to bring in fresh, new energy. Because the new vitality card is the Ace of Wands. And Ace of Wands is about fresh and new and vibrant energy. And with the Ace of Coins energy as well, which is showing here as a strengthening bonds card, Sagittarius, it's all about laying a new foundation and bringing in fresh, new energy. So... as I've been saying through practically every single one of these readings that I've been doing for each of the signs this week, in this way, what I was saying in these readings is, look, you know, this thing that's happening in the world right now, it's a horrible thing, and each of us is finding it difficult to cope in our own ways, but we're having to adapt. But it's the tower moment, because once in a while, once in every kind of 100 or 150 or whatever it is years, what we're finding is we're getting this massive kind of clear out of, you know, the old, because for some reason the universe is trying to make way for something new. And we're having to adapt, not just now, but going forward, we're going to have to adapt probably to a new way of living, because it's going to take a long time to probably get back to what we were. Okay, so you've got 2 aces being your advice, that the strengthening of bonds with people. So, yeah, we've got an Ace of Coins here and an Ace of Wands. So this is strengthening bond, but it's also about building new relationships as well with the strengthening bond. And when I say building new relationships, obviously it's difficult to go out and meet new people now, but there may be people that you haven't spoken to in a while, Sagittarius, that you want to start rebuilding things with in a new way with the Ace of Wands. So maybe this is also advising, you know, start strengthening those bonds again. Start building those relationships up again, but in a totally new way, because this may be a chance to do that for some of you guys. As I've always said through all of the readings, we're looking at the light, you know, amidst the darkness. So we've got the darkness that's happening right now, but from that, when this is all over, there has to be a balance in this. It's a great equalizer, so there has to be a balance. So after the darkness comes the light. Okay, so we've got to look at this as a positive way that we can start doing things in a new way going forward. Not just for ourselves, but also for others. Okay, my darlings, that is your reading for the week. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. Stay safe, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.